Hey folks, Sam with Mechanic here. Today we're going to be replacing the rear ABS sensors on this 2016 Jeep Renegade. The cool part is we really only need one specialty tool to do this. That's going to be this 5mm hex bit or H6, whatever you want to call it. That being said, let's get started. Hey folks, alright, here we are up under the right rear of this 2016 Jeep Renegade, and we're going to go ahead and change the ABS wheel speed sensor. So to get to this one, it's a little more complex than up front. So this one, I'm going to take you on a little tour around here. It's down on the back side of the brake assembly. So if we follow that wire down, there's our wheel speed sensor right there. Now, that's no big deal. That'd be just as easy as anything else on this car. But bring you guys back up here. If we follow this wire up, here it is. It goes back in here and then it disappears up under this inner fender here. So this whole inner fender does need to come out for us to change this wire. So let's go over how we're going to do that. So looking at it, we have these, which are 10mm hex nuts. I believe they're plastic like they were on the front, and you can take them off with just your hand. You have a few of those. You have one there, of course. There's the last one right there. Now once we take those off, what we're going to need to do is find the hidden ones. So the hidden ones are down low. And then you have your second one up here. There's another one just the other side of the strut. And then if we look off to our right over here, there's the last one right there. Now once we take those off, what we're going to need to do is find the hidden ones. So the hidden ones are down low. So if we go forward of the brake rotor, there it is, hiding right there. And that one you can take off with your hand as well. So while we're here, we'll just go ahead and take it off. All right, so we got that one off. Now let's go behind the brake rotor. If we're looking at the back, we'll have to take these Phillips screws off here, yeah, and here. And then one of those up front. But back here in the back, if we look underneath, there's just a little T25 hanging out under there, and that's going to hold us up if we don't take that off. So I'm going to get the camera rigged back up so you guys can watch me do this. You guys ready to watch me rip this thing out? Here we go. So again, these things don't require a ton of force to get off. I've just got a 10mm socket on an extension here, just kind of using it like a screwdriver. I guess if you got a 10mm nut driver, that'd be great for this. And we already pulled the one hidden one off. And last but not least, hiding up here in the corner. Cool. Alright, now that we have those off, I'm going to go ahead and take that little T25 off that was hiding up under the rear bumper. See if I can find that with just my hand so I don't have to... Yeah, there's that guy. We'll go ahead and zap these Phillips screws out. One. Ooh, I'm missing one of those. Somebody may have done this before to this car. Now, if you're going to get your face all up under here, recommend throwing some safety glasses on. I'm going to keep my face out here so I'm not blocking your view. But up under these fender wells is an area where turbulent air can slow down so it can deposit a ton of dirt, and we'll probably see it. You can kind of see it splattered up in here. You probably see a ton of dirt falling out of here. Once we get all of our hardware out, the next thing we want to do is we got to push it outside, out of the fender. So we need to push the whole thing that way. So what you want to do is you want to pick a corner. I'm going to start here in the lower left. I'm going to push it that way. And then I'm going to start pulling it off of those bits of hardware that we loosened up. I'm going to take the whole thing, shove it this way. And you may have to get in here. And don't worry, this is just plastic. It's super bendy, and you can kind of pull your bumper out just a little bit to give you some room. You can see it's coming out from under the fender there. So now that I've got a good section worked out, pull it off of that hardware. Dirt and rocks and things falling out. Go ahead and pull it off of that hardware. Here it comes. We'll work it around, see it coming out from under the fender there. And we'll get this hardware on. get it off of this post anyway. There's that one. Now this one's tricky because this piece of hardware right here is just a booger. So we'll start over in this corner. And remember that little hidden nut we started with? You want to pull it off of that post. Give you some room to really peel this thing. So what you want to do here is you want to get it off the post first. Pull it down from that post and then you should be able to shove it back. And there we go. We're going to pull this whole thing out. We'll set it to the side. I'm going to change y'all's angle once again so you can see this wire a little bit better. So here's our ABS wire coming up. You can see it goes down through this bracket here. Then it goes behind everything. It's hooked into the bracket again, goes behind everything, hooks into this bracket here, then goes up. And there's a clip just like we saw in the front. So those clips, so we might be able to get it to slide out of it. You know what, I'm not even going to try. Nope. We're just going to save ourselves the hassle. These things get so packed up with dirt and crud, it's almost impossible. So you just want to gently pry the whole kit and caboodle off the car. Of course, we can unplug it. That'll make our lives a little bit easier. Again, with this plug, you just want to squeeze right here on the bottom. It'll release it from that little nub there. Set that aside. There we are. All right, can everybody see that? It's got that same little tab. Pointed out with my screwdriver, that same little tab right here. All we have to do is push that tab over. There it goes. All right. There it is, ladies and gents. We're going to set this aside. We'll put this whole thing back on as one kit and caboodle. But let's start working our way around. So, go to that first bracket, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, man. All right, so once we get that one, and we're looking over here, you can see this goes down through that bracket. So when you pull it out of that bracket, just remember it. And if you guys forget at home when you're doing this, which way this wire goes, you can just come up to this video and go to where I first put the camera here and you can see where the wire was. Me, on the other hand, I just got to remember it. So I'm going to say it out loud over and over again so I don't forget. Keep working that wire out. Okay. And once you get to here, fairly simple thing. We're going to pull it out of that last bracket. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. It's going to pop and it's going to scare me. There it goes. All right. So we're just going to lay this down behind the rotor. And I'm going to shift you guys once again. Here we go. We're shifting behind the rotor here. There we go, folks. Now we can see what we're doing here. All right. So now you want to grab that little H5 bit we've been using a lot on the brakes and the other wheel speed sensor as well. Same one. We want to go ahead and loosen it. I cannot see a thing. Glad you guys can see though. So we're just going to take that guy out. And make sure we don't lose that bolt. And now what we want to do to loosen this ABS sensor, we want to get it with a set of pliers. And we just want to give it a gentle twist. A little twist forward, a little twist back. And now it feels like we can get it with our hands. We just want to twist, twist, twist. There she comes. All right, folks. So now this ABS sensor is in pretty good shape. It's still doing its job. So I'm just going to put it back. So to put it back, we're going to do everything in reverse order. Nothing to it, right? We're going to go in here and we're going to wiggle, 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 wiggle in. Make sure our bolt hole's lined up. It is. All right. Run that bolt in. Now, tightening this does not need to be very tight at all. I just did that with my thumb and index finger on the ratchet. That was it. That tells you anything about how tight that needs to be. Not very. Okay, let's get you guys shifted back over so we can run this wire. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take this whole wire over the top of the brake rotor in front of the strut. Get that first little rubber grommet into this bracket here next to the parking brake wire. Work it in. Now remember, everyone was paying attention, right? This one goes down through the hole, right? So get that in there. Make a little loop like that. And now we want to start running our wire behind everything. So we want to go around behind the hydraulic brake line here. And don't forget, there's a grommet that goes in right here on that same bracket. Slip that guy in. There we go. All right, now you want to go over the top of this hydraulic brake line, but you want to go behind your fuel fill hose, which is this large pipe right here. Go ahead, pull our wire through, make sure we don't have any kinks in it. All right, and then the last grommet goes in right there. And then the next thing we want to do is grab that little clip that's always so fussy because it gets packed with dirt and everything. We want to go ahead, we want to push our sensor onto it till it clicks. We can go ahead and mount that to the car. Just put it on that post and push it on. Just like that. Then we plug it in. And always push it in till it clicks. All right, we're ready to go back in with that inner fender. Here's our inner fender. Go ahead, get that around the strut and over the brakes. So again, what we want to do is we want this edge to go up under our fender all around, and it will go in, I promise. It's just going to be a little aggravating. A few guide points that you can key into. And remember where we have this little post on the front here, we want to make sure that's on. We've got this post here, we want to make sure that one goes on. Yeah, you're going to have to shift it around a good bit to make all this stuff line up, but it will line up, I promise. There we go. Now it's feeling a lot better. That little post popped through, that little post popped through. Okay, that one's in. Shift sides again here. Now to line this one up, you can actually stick your hand up under the back of it and feel that post so you can find it there. And we just make sure all of our holes are lined up so we can put those screws in. And we start putting screws in. I think I'll just go ahead and start with that little T25 guy that goes up under the back bumper here. Work our way around the car. It's just missing that bottom one. Don't forget this guy. Go up in front of the brakes here, reach straight in, find that little hidden post, and it just screws on with your fingers. We just need to grab our 10mm socket. There it goes. All right, folks, so that's the last one. Now, jobs like this, where we had a lot of little pieces and parts going on, you always want to double check, make sure you've got everything attached. The first step in that is look down on the ground, see if you have any more hardware sitting on the ground. If you do, you missed something. But you want to go around, you kind of want to do a mental checklist of everything you touched, right? And make sure that all those things, that little guy up under there, this little guy up under here, little Phillips here, Phillips there, Phillips right there, right? You want to make sure all of those things are tight before you finish. Appreciate you guys joining me. We'll see you next time.